Hello everyone and a warm welcome to the channel. So as you can see, this is the 147 and she is a GTA. Now she's a Japanese import, 53,000 miles roughly on it, and you will also recognize this car if you're a follower of Neil on Italia Autos. This is the one he did and did an engine rebuild on, and I have bought it off him, and yesterday was the first time I drove it home. And as you can see, the bonnet is up, the doors are open, and things aren't great. The engine's fine, Neil, you did a great job, but Mr. Selespeed is causing me issues. So I was driving in city mode because I've never driven a Selespeed before, driving in city mode on the way home, and it sort of started applying the clutch and revving and doing all sorts of strange things. So straight on to various sources last night, GTA Owners Club, etc, etc, and I checked the good old Selespeed fluid chamber and it was a bit low, so I've ordered some of that, and I've also decided I'm going to replace this Drive Tech heavy duty battery, which I put a battery tester on it and it came up replace battery. So although it's chucking out 13.7 volts, it's still saying replace the battery. So I'm going to do that. Currently, if I go around the far side, in typical Alfa fashion, it's Saturday morning, so bonnet's up, laptop is plugged in, and we've got the lead connected to the reader. So this is just, I saw some of the other guys, this is the one they used. So we've just got the lead connected, bought off eBay for, I think it was £12 or something like that. We're also currently uploading multi-ECU scan. So we'll have a wee quick, whilst that's uploading, we'll have a quick look around the car. One thing I have already done is I saw Neil putting in a double din modern touch screen stereo to his 156 GTA. Not a big fan. This is a 2005 car. I mean, if I wanted to have a big touch screen, I would buy something newer. I have an Audi that has one, and actually, quite frankly, it annoys me. So a good old-fashioned single slot CD player, but it does have a DAB. There's a DAB aerial in the window. It also has phone hands-free. There's the little microphone. So it does everything that you need to do. To me, a stereo in a car is for playing tunes, and the good thing is that this Pioneer head unit certainly has improved the sound that comes out of the Bose stereo system. It was pretty pants with the with the previous one, so I'm glad that that has improved it. So we're still configuring ECU multiscan. We're going to have a look through it, because it definitely had came up as Selespeed system failure. So we're going to have a look at the codes that it threw up when it created those error codes. All I did was start it and stop it a few times, and eventually it came back on long enough for me to get home. So we're going to have a look at that now, and we'll come back to you in a little second and let you know how we get on. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I hoped it would. So this is actually the next day. I needed to clear the codes, etc. for the faults. I needed to purchase a full licensed version of multi-ECU scan. But then when I got the code, I had an old version installed on the laptop, so I needed to reinstall the new version, etc, etc. So by the time I got that done, it was quite late on. So what we're doing now is we are going to replace the battery. Not too sure if the battery that was in it, which is the black one, was actually that bad, but we're just going to put a new battery in it anyway, because it's got more cold cranking amps. The one we took out is a 540 and this one here is a 610, so a bit more oomph in it. So I'm going to make sure everything's nicely tightened up. Now unfortunately all you Alfa GTA owners will know that you've got to slide the air intake over to the left to get the battery out. So we're going to do that now, put this back in, and we're going to give it a test run. We also topped up the fluid in the little chamber there because that was a bit on the low side, so we've topped that up and we're going to give it a go. Okay, so here we are inside my 147 GTA, and multi-ECU scan is connected up, and we're just going to have a look at the pressures between each gear. Now I've had issues where once the car has warmed up, it starts messing about selecting gears and doing all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff, and it was suggested that I might have problems with my accumulator. So here is, we'll see the pressures here. That's in gear 1. When I open the door, you can hear the pump pressurizing. So we'll go into gear 1. That's into gear 1, 2. Now as you see, the pressures drop back down to 40. 3 activated again, up to 47. Select 4. No pump on, down to 40. 5. Pump going on again, back up to 47ish. No pump there in the 6th gear, but it did drop down to 40 again. So pump again down into 5th, nothing in the 4th. Pump again into 3, nothing in the 2nd, and again down into 1. So there's suggestion that I might have issues with the accumulator. So got in touch with Auto Lusso in Bournemouth, and Lawrence very, very kindly sent me a new, well, not new, slightly second hand. It's he was having trouble with the GTA Selespeed, and this did 3,000 miles before the customer decided he wanted to go manual. His loss might gain. And also, whilst I'm going to be in there, I'm going to do the temperature sensor as well, just in the water pump, or just at the water inlet there. Might as well do that. These are known to give bollers, so I'm going to do that as well. So hopefully you can join me. I mean, at the end of the day, just stripping these out isn't such a big job. I'm going to depressurize the system using multi-ECU scan, take off the offending article, and then run the calibration. So I might show you that once I get that done. Okay, the good news is we have the old accumulator removed and the new one fitted. It wasn't too much tricky. Moved a few pipes out of the road, and now we have had to take the battery out to get at the bleed screw, which is in there. So now we have to wire up a set of jump leads to put enough power to it to actually bleed the system. Okay, this is as weird as hell. So when the car gets up to temperature, 90 degrees sitting there, doesn't show any faults, but it won't change gear, even though I am requesting it. There is nearly 46 bar in the system, and I'll show you here. I'm going to request gear neutral, and it stays, this case, in 1st, but a while ago it was staying in 3rd. So I've no idea, because it's showing, I think, enough pressure, and the request is going through, and it's staying in gear. So I really don't know. Now when I do obviously make a shift, the pressure is dropping, but it won't come out of 1st. Help would be appreciated.